Hi, everybody. I'm Nicole Roth.
And I'm Hannah Mosher.
And this is our YouTube channel, Meeting in the Middle. And we are so excited to have started this channel. And this is our first episode. We're a little nervous, so bear with us. But we're super excited to be here.
So excited.
So excited.
Couldn't be more excited. We've been talking about it for like 2 months.
Yes, and probably the last hour, too, before we started recording.
We've just been sitting here laughing for about an hour and a half. It's fine. It's no big deal.
It's really fine, but we're here now, and this is it. This is going to be the good one.
This is our final take.
Yes.
Take 76.
And it's fine.
Probably.
It's fine.
It's great. So today's episode, we're really just talking about ourselves and introducing ourselves to you. Just a little bit about who we are and where we come from, and then kind of talking to you a little bit about our mission and our vision statements for what you can get out of this channel.
Yeah. So, a couple fun facts about me, just really fast and furious here. I was actually born in Guam, and a lot of people just kind of know me from Oregon. If you saw in our intro, it's like a map, and I'm really excited about that.
So excited.
Yeah.
It's our favorite thing.
And so my dot is from Oregon, and Hannah's is from Massachusetts, but I was actually born in Guam, and I lived there until I was 8.5. Did you know this?
I feel so deceived right now. I did not know this.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, I was born in Guam, and I lived there for 8.5 years, and then we moved to Oregon, and then lived in Oregon until I moved here to Kansas.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Did you have to apply to be in the States and stuff?
That's a really good question. No. When you're born in Guam, and there's a couple other places, but I don't want to just say them because I'm nervous that they're the wrong place.
Right, and someone could be fact checking it right now, and we're their only resource, and they go to move, and then they get turned away.
Exactly.
So
And so,
we don't want to be the cause of that.
Yeah. So if you're born in Guam, you are an American citizen because it's a U.S. territory. It's not a state, but a territory. So.
Well,
yeah, so that's a fun fact about me. The next fun fact is I worked at Chuck E. Cheese's when I was in college.
No way.
Yeah.
What'd you do?
I was Chucky.
Stop it. You were the Chucky.
Yeah, and I wore that suit with a lot of sad pride. So, yeah.
Sad pride?
Yeah. Sad pride.
Humbling.
Yes.
That's
yes.
good. It's a good word for a Christian ladies YouTube channel. Humbling.
Yes.
Humbling experiences.
Tell me about yourself, Hannah. I almost called you Hannah Roth.
Well, I mean, that's a different episode. Yeah. It's all right. Wow. Fun fact, I'm not that cool. I was born in Massachusetts, so that's not really... I think I was born there, raised there, lived there, settled there. Gosh, I lived in New York for 9 months.
And then you found Kansas.
And then I found Kansas.
Yes.
You know, the whole calling as a pastor thing.
Yeah. Well, I guess for me, my husband was already a pastor, and I was like, oh, yeah, I dig that. I'll move to Kansas because you just said you're a pastor, so.
Right.
Yeah.
That's hot. I mean, it is.
Yeah.
It's a turn on, really. Really, it is.
That was a weird face I made. I'm so sorry. Okay. So, so that's a little bit about ourselves. I mean, maybe a couple other episodes we'll throw out some other fun facts about ourselves, but
maybe you have to earn it.
You have to earn it. That means you have to like and subscribe.
Like and subscribe.
Yeah, that's our little plug there.
It is.
Yes.
It takes 2 seconds for you, and it's life-changing for us.
I mean,
and they get thrown into our free giveaway.
Yep. Go ahead and.
So we're giving away a woman's study Bible, New Living Translation, right? Did we decide that, or NIV? NLT or NIV?
We'll have to take a look, but it's either NLT or NIV.
It's one of the 3-letter ends.
Yes.
One of them.
But it is a woman's study Bible, and sorry, I cut you off. Go ahead and explain how they can win this awesome Bible.
Okay. All you have to do is like this video and subscribe to our channel. And then the first 100 subscribers will do a drawing.
Yes.
Based off of a random shuffle of the names that are subscribed.
And we will do it right here, right in front of you. Next, either in the next episodes, we'll bring in the Bible and we will showcase it.
Showcase it.
Yes.
Real proof.
Yeah.
You sound much better up here. That was nice.
Oh, do I?
You do. It's very good. I mean, don't do this the whole episode, but it does sound nice. We kind of got into who we are individually.
Fun facts, Chucky.
Chucky.
Yeah.
Okay. At least you weren't the really bad Chucky. At least you kept it to literally
I don't
G.
even think of him.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
So you might want to clarify that the next time you bring that up.
Yeah. Chucky
You might have frightened some of our viewers away.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah. Chucky Cheese.
Cheeses. It's actually
Cheeses.
Cheeses.
Stop. It's plural?
Yeah.
This is ridiculous.
Yeah.
Tell us a little bit about your home life. Who are you, Nicole?
Oh.
Behind the walls of your house in Heston.
Oh, we're throwing out our towns.
I have to. I can cut
Okay,
that
well,
out.
Hannah lives in Newton.
At this address. No, just kidding.
Okay. So I am a stay-at-home mama. I have 2 kiddos, Sage and Maddox. Sage is 3 and Maddox will be 2 in March. So very busy. And we also decided this was also a great time to get a puppy. So
with 2 young children.
Yes,
right.
like very young children. I was just like, we're done having kids. Let's just add a fur baby to it. And man, has that been nice.
Oh. How has training been?
Okay, so then we sent the puppy to obedience school. Shout out Nicole. Not me, and
Not
Nicole.
herself. No.
Yeah, and she has done an amazing job with our puppy, and we actually get her back tomorrow. So we're super excited for that. And hopefully we learn some foundations of training, and the puppies learn foundations of training. But that's we can do a whole episode on our puppies. You know? Yeah, just straight up Groot, Rory, and Mina, the whole gang. Those are our dogs.
That'll be our vlog.
Her dogs, my dog. Yes. Oh yeah, we'll talk about that too.
All this.
We'll get into it all of it. And so my husband is an associate pastor and youth pastor, and he also teaches Bible at a local private Christian school.
Crazy.
Yes, and he's also their school pastor as well. So it's a lot of ministry.
So much ministry.
Love it, love it, love it. Well, yeah.
Did you always know you were going to be in ministry?
Okay, that's actually really interesting because my dad always thought I was going to be, but I was like, no. And then I ended up going to a Bible college, and then I was like, no. And then I met my husband. When I first met my husband, he was a blackjack dealer. He wasn't a pastor. And then a couple years later, we re-met, and he was a pastor, and I was like, yep, you've done it. Let's do this.
He's repented.
Yeah.
Horrible.
I guess. Yeah. Anyways, and
like
so
blackjack.
tell me about your life here in Newton.
Newton.
Since
That's been spoiled.
Yes.
Well, I will say that when I was 16, this fun fact about me, when I was 16, I was told I was going to be a pastor's wife.
Really?
Yeah, it was like, I don't actually remember if it was a vision or a real life thing. I just don't remember. But I know where I was sitting, and that a man approached me and said, you sing, don't you? And I said, yes. And he said, okay, well, you're going to be a pastor's wife, and you'll likely lead a worship team at his church someday. So that was scary at 16.
Wow.
And then I completely ignored the guy and just continued on being a piece of crap, for most of my adolescent and
as we all are.
pre-20 and post-20
And if
years.
you are in that stage right now, you may not feel like you're a piece of crap, but you are. Just kidding. Totally kidding. That's so rude. That's so rude. We are not on that level.
I mean, we're not.
No. But like, seriously, those like late teens into early 20s, man.
They're hard, but you don't know they're hard until you look back and you're like,
whoa,
what was I thinking?
Or what was that? Yeah. And then.
And I'm sure we'll have stories to share with you because I was definitely a piece of crap. I don't know about you. I was.
Yeah. And like.
I was a yuck.
Yeah.
Yuck.
I think yes, me too. And we will definitely get into that.
So into it.
Yeah.
Maybe not that into it.
Yeah. But it's just amazing to see how, like, honestly, like, even if your faith isn't as strong as it is, how God is still with you and is still trying to, like, tug at you and, like, get you right back on that path when you have no idea he's even doing it. And then here we are. We're not done yet, obviously. I'm making it sound like we've made it to the finish line. We are pastors' wives, and we are here. Honestly, no, there's, like, still so much hardship right now, but, like...
It's different.
Yes.
It's different.
You have more, like, wisdom and, like, maybe different ways to cope with some of the... We've been saying crap a lot. Is that okay?
We'll censor it out.
Beep, beep. I don't know why.
I think I've heard what's just beep over me whenever you need to. Oh, so back to Hannah's life a little bit.
Lo siento. Wow. Oh my gosh.
You were just spilling out Spanish today. It's nice.
Wow.
Except for your Latin that you just threw out.
I'm so
Simple
sorry.
pen in Spanish is pluma, and you said bibliography, whatever you said.
I don't even know. I think that's Spanish. I don't. Like,
It's not.
Gosh, people are going to correct us. I'm so sorry. Okay, keep going.
Okay, so I'm 29. I married my husband when I was 24, Eric. He is currently an associate pastor of connections here at a church in Newton. But he only graduated seminary like a year and a half ago. almost 2 years ago. So
Wow.
he was not a pastor at all when I met him. He was actually in the Army when I met him and was getting out. So that was a blessing for me. I didn't have to deal with that and be like a real Army wife. I don't consider myself a real Army wife because I didn't have to deal with any deployments or really any time away. I have 2 kids, Micah, who's 3 and a terror, and Phoebe, who's 1.5 and just the sweetest, plumpest little thing you've ever seen.
She really, really is. You want to chomp on her cheeks.
You
and
do.
her feet.
Her feet are the best.
Yes.
I love baby feet.
Yeah.
I see them on TVs now and I go, I don't want my baby feet to go away.
I know,
Because
but
you just want to put them all, the whole thing in your mouth.
Yeah, what is that? What is that?
It's a very
No.
strange maternal instinct, but
Yeah.
it's there. It
Yeah,
exists.
It's there. Or you put a shot of her feet right now.
Right here. Done.
Okay.
There it is, just
There
her
it
feet. And I have 2 dogs that did not go to obedience school, so they're extremely misbehaved, knock my children over all the time, and bark when they're not supposed to. But
they're
I love
great.
them anyway.
They're so great.
They
She is
love.
great, though.
They
Yes.
love.
They love hard,
Very hard.
but it's love.
It is love. All of the love.
Tell everyone how long you and Eric knew or dated each other before you guys
We're getting into that first
Okay,
episode.
I'm
All right.
so excited. It's really good.
So we met at a concert that we did not want to go to, neither of us.
Right there.
Yeah, right there. We just got married. No, it was May 30th of 2015, and we both had to go to this concert at our old church in Massachusetts, and we did not want to meet each other. We knew our parents were trying to set us up. Who wants to meet a guy from a church, and what guy wants to meet a girl from a church? They're probably...
I did, but it's fine.
I mean, besides you, weirdo.
Sure.
You're a piece of crap at that age anyways. So, long story short, we ended up talking the rest of the night. And he asked me to marry him on July 2nd. So, like a month and a day later. And then we got married on July 16th. So, 47 days.
That's so good.
Yeah, we had like a little advent calendar. You know.
Oh.
No, I'm just kidding.
I mean, yeah. Nice little gospel story there.
Yeah. Oh, it's great. It was great. 47 little windows with chocolates inside.
That's all.
No.
Yeah. No.
Not really. But that's how we met, and that's when we got married. 47 days. Locked him in.
Truly incredible because, honestly, so my husband's name's Brandon. I don't know if I said that. You said Eric, right?
I did.
Okay.
I did. We're revealing all this, too.
Yeah.
People are going to steal our passwords.
Mine's just password. Oh, just kidding. Okay. Sorry, that joke didn't land.
Oh, it did.
Okay. So it's interesting, though, because you and Eric also, were together for a short amount of time, where Brandon and I, we, dated for 5 months, but it was long distance. So, before we got engaged, we were really only in the same vicinity together as, a couple for, 14 days, as a couple.
That's crazy.
Yeah, but that was when Skype was still the thing, and
Ooh.
you weren't Facebook or Facebook, whatever. We definitely, whoops, I'm so sorry. We definitely weren't Zooming.
Yeah.
And so I don't know why this is important, but
It's so important. You're just dating yourself right now.
Yeah, we Skyped all the time, and then we got engaged, and then I'm so sorry. We also were together for a short amount of time before we got married. So, yeah, just
So you really took the whole, leave room for the Holy Spirit thing to heart.
Yes.
You need to be states away from me.
There was a lot of Jesus in between that.
So much Jesus.
So much Jesus.
All of the Jesus.
All of the Jesus.
That's
yes.
great.
Yeah.
So how did we meet?
We met. Do you remember how we met?
I would
Do you
hope
remember?
so. It was only 3 months ago or something like that.
Isn't that
it was
crazy?
So, we're 47 we should get a calendar.
Yes, an advent calendar. Wait, really? That was June. Was that June? Yeah, June.
It was June.
August, September.
John, when's your birthday?
That was 5 months ago. Anyway, so we met through this awesome couple, John and Amanda Kagi. Yes, lots of the woots. I met Amanda at a garage sale a couple years ago, and I told her that she had little people, I had little people, let's do this. She's like, yes. And then for John's birthday, she invited us to this really awesome restaurant here in Kansas, and Hannah and Eric were there as well, too. And that's how we met. And so we were at this restaurant. planes.
Never actually ate food at the restaurant?
Yeah, it was like super busy. It was like an event. It was like it's a restaurant where like planes like land on a landing strip and
like race each other like right in front of you, like really low to the ground.
Yeah.
It was very, very cool.
It was really cool.
Stearman's Field.
Yes.
Stearman's or something.
Yes. And where is that place called? Ben? Is it? I'm not even going to remember. Is it?
We're not from here. We're not natives.
Yeah.
We don't know anything.
And it was really, really hot. And I am so cranky when I'm hot. And like, so summertime here in Kansas is difficult for me because I'm hot. And so when we showed up at this place, I was like trying to be a good sport because I like to hang out with people and my husband. It was a kid-free night. And so all I remember was getting outside of the air-conditioned truck and be like, oh my goodness, it is so hot. And then I see people that I have to interact with and like try to get to know. And I'm like, okay, I can do this. Like,
I mean, it's hard meeting, when you're a girl, it's hard meeting girls. Like, it just is.
Yes.
Because usually when you meet girls, I mean, not usually, but like when you're in your 20s, you're like, oh.
But we're in our late 20s now.
Right.
So
we're different.
Growth,
we're
right?
Exceptions to the rule.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's hard to meet. And then I know in advance that you're a pastor's wife. And I'm like.
I didn't know this about her.
Oh.
I didn't know who was going to be there.
I didn't. That's interesting.
Yeah.
I knew. Oh, she's another pastor's wife. I'm like, great. Because that can mean so many different things, which is one of the things I had written here to talk about. Because you get thrown into a box when you're a pastor's wife. She got thrown into a box. I threw her in a box. Yes. I was a pastor's wife, and I still threw her in a box.
Yeah, I had zero. I had zero information of who was there.
No.
I didn't know, and so I showed up, and then when we got to the table, John tells Brandon that Eric's a pastor, associate pastor, and I was like, oh, and then I was like, okay, so this is the wife. Cool. And
I'm the wife.
Yeah, and I am a hardcore like an introvert. I used to not be, and then I learned that that's who I am. And so like, as you can imagine, at church, being like meeting with people or like greeting people, it can be exhausting by the end of a church Sunday. And so like that night, I was like, okay, but I just gotta do this. And I muscled through, and here we are.
Here we are.
Yeah.
I also classify myself as an introvert, but I've come to find since moving to Kansas, it's a lot more like spiritual here than on the coasts, as I'm sure we'll talk about in future episodes at some point. But I consider myself now, what?
Like a Christian spiritual.
A Christian spiritual. Yeah, I only lived like an hour from like the Salem witch trial, Salem. So they're definitely spiritual, but in a whole other realm.
Yeah.
Like, literally.
Yeah.
Right? So anyway, since moving here, I've realized people are like, you're not an introvert. So I call myself a spiritual extrovert.
Oh. You're just making things up now, aren't you?
I just make them up.
I love it.
I wing it.
I love it. It took me a long time, though, to like learn who I am and like what I need and what my mental health needs. And so like once I learned that I was an extrovert, I don't know what I was doing when I was like when I was younger, like a late teen, early 20s, when I was a piece of crap.
You're probably being fake.
Yeah.
Because that's what I was doing.
I mean, maybe, but like I was also around, I don't know, like I was also around a lot of like comfort there. So it was just like the people that I've always been around. And so it's just easier. And then when I got moved to Kansas, I didn't have that comfort anymore. And so then I just like, I was like, I don't want people.
Yeah.
Like I had my people and I left them.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
Because the opposite happened with me.
Yes.
I was like I was not in my zone there. And then as soon as I moved here, it's like, boom.
Yeah.
Here I am.
Here's Nicole in all her glory.
Something like that.
Yeah.
Hannah.
Yeah.
Cool.
So that's how we met. And
well, thanks for reminding me.
Yeah.
Did you know when I knew that you were my human? I thought about this today.
No, I don't know. Because I specifically told you.
You said you're my human, but it was a couple days later.
Yeah.
It was a couple times later.
Yeah, my name in your phone, but keep going.
It's fine. That'll come out at a different time. Okay. It was when we tiny danced.
Oh my, what are you talking about?
Do you even know what I'm talking about? Tiny danced? So we were like at the Stearman's Field.
Yeah.
And we were talking, we were finally starting to kind of click,
yeah.
but I didn't know if it was fake clicking yet.
Yeah.
Oh. And you did this thing. I didn't know.
You are such an observer. Like
I'm a wicked observer.
I don't like think
That's
about
New
that
England
kind of
for
stuff.
A very much observer.
Yeah.
So we did this thing, I don't know, a song came on and we both just kind of closed our eyes and did this.
Oh yeah.
And I went, she's cool. She's okay in my book. I thought about this today.
Because I did the shimmy shake.
It's like tiny dancing.
Yeah, okay.
You made a face like that's a dirty term.
No,
is that a dirty term?
I literally thought you... I don't know why I thought this, but I thought you meant with, like, fingers.
That's what I meant.
Da, da, da. I was like, what are you talking about?
Tiny
I was like, I didn't do that.
I'm going to have to get you a shirt now. Tiny dancer.
Oh, yes. I
and
love
it has
that.
so many meanings. Just like meaning
What
in the middle
does. Song?
Tiny dancer. It's,
That's
it.
Is it? Oh my God, is it Tiny Dancer?
I thought it was Tiny Dancer.
What if we're not singing the right lyrics? We're not even singing anything.
Don't come fact check us, okay? This is already the second time that we've just, it's not good.
Full.
All right.
Moving on.
Let's get into some serious stuff. So, why we decided to do this. Like, podcast, like, we're both pretty much introverts, pretty much. Spiritual extrovert, but that's different,
Because you made that up, but keep going.
Because I made it up. Completely, off the wall. But we decided that we wanted to do, like, this as kind of an outreach to let women, moms, Christian moms, pastors' wives know that,
ministry women, if you're a woman in ministry, if you're interested, or not. So pretty much women.
Women of the world and not of the world.
Yes. But, like, we definitely empathize with a lot of women who are in ministry as well, because we can relate to a lot of the struggles and
the hardships.
Yes. But we also have really awesome Jesus stories because of where we are in ministry.
Right. So. And where we've come from.
Yes.
Because that's important to give the context.
Yes.
We can be in ministry, that's great, but, like, where did we come from to, what did we overcome to get to where we are? And so maybe that can speak to some of you too. So, do you want to read our mission?
I do.
Okay.
So, our mission is to use life's daily trials and triumphs to meet women where they're at and to minister to them. And we got this inspiration from 2 Corinthians 12:9. Is this NLT?
Yeah.
Okay, NLT version. My grace is all you need. My power works best in weakness. So now I am glad to boast about my weakness so that the power of Christ can work through me. So that is where our mission is. And when we were trying to decide what Bible verse really attached to this mission, we had a lot of conversation about it and where we were led. We had a few that we thought really coincided with our mission, but this one really spoke to us, and it was super cool because Hannah actually has a connection to this verse.
Yeah, so besides the fact I picked it out as my favorite verse when I was 23, 24, I literally have it tattooed on my side. It just speaks to me on a very personal level because I do deal with chronic pain, so there's weakness. And to give a little more context to the verse, the author is dealing with something that he calls the thorn in the flesh. So it's something we don't actually know what it is. There's a lot of speculation if it's his sight, because of when he was blinded on the road to Damascus, or I think that's the road he was on, or like physical pain, like something, I don't know, broken ankle or something like that, or even like lifestyle choices that nag at him, things like that.
And along with that, we also want to talk about our vision and like what this channel, where we foresee this channel going. Hannah, do you want to talk about that and like what Bible verse connected with that too?
Yeah, I'd love to. So our vision is to influence, inspire, and empower women to live a life worthy of their calling. We got this from Ephesians 4:1. Therefore, I, a prisoner for serving the Lord, beg you to lead a life worthy of your calling, for you have been called by God. Really, our vision for you is to emulate the example that's given in Ephesians 4. It's just summed up really nicely in that first verse. Yes. What do those verses mean to you?
So specifically out of Ephesians 4, especially if you are working in some sort of ministry, for us and our family that it is in like multiple, I guess not levels, but like with my husband working at a Christian school, and then he works at our church on the weekends. Like, it's just a lot that he pours out into our community, which is awesome. But then, like, where do I step in to, like, help fill his cup, but also be like, hey, there's us too. And so, like, just trying to find that balance. And so, like, when I always want the Lord to lead me in a way where I can also lead my family and do it like wholeheartedly, because I will be completely honest, and I don't know if where you are at in this, but like in the beginning of mine and Brandon's marriage, on top of being a new ministry couple as well, it is so hard to like know that your husband has to serve, and then where do I fit into that, where if I want to serve too, but I also want us to have time for each other, or like even just things like us going to church together on a Sunday morning, like us sitting together, you know what I mean, and like watching a sermon together and like reflecting on it, where like sometimes that Sunday morning hustle is just like, okay, you go teach 5th and 6th grade, I'm gonna be at the welcome desk, and you know what I mean, and so it's like it's just a lot of that, and just kind of grounding yourself with like Ephesians 4, just being like, I beg you, Lord, to lead me in the way you want me to serve.
I love that.
Yeah. So
yeah, and it speaks to me because, you know, from a personal level, it's too many times it's hit close to home where people have put their Christianity second. So like they know they have this calling. Even Christians have this calling, but they put their politics first, or their family first. See that a lot. Or their fears first, their job first, their comfort level first. And so then Christianity and Jesus come second, instead of the calling the other way around.
Yes, exactly. Or like sometimes you think that like, oh, but I'm putting God first, but signing up to do all the things is not that also. Like,
right. No, I know what you mean.
Yeah, so like signing up to do all the things is, then you're spreading yourself too thin.
Right. And it becomes an idol.
Exactly. Oh my gosh, exactly.
It's the irony.
Yes.
It's crazy how the devil sneaks in.
So it's just like finding that balance. Like, how do you be a good ministry wife, person? You don't have to be a ministry wife. No. But like, again, like if you do have that slapped on your head, you are put into a box. You are. And so like, and even I have friends who like, before I was like truly into my walk with Christ, once I said that my boyfriend, fiance, husband, it was a pastor, it was like, oh, I can't say the F word in front of Cole anymore. You know what I mean? And it's just like, okay, don't be...
It's a weird line to draw. Yeah. But there's so much more.
Like, what? Okay.
Okay. And that's another episode.
Yes.
We're so excited to talk to you about this stuff. So we kind of want to just wrap things up here, just kind of remind you of what you can get out of this channel and out of listening to us, and then also being interactive with us. You know, we're going to be opening up crazy windows of opportunity for you guys to talk to us and ask us questions and build a community through Facebook, right? Instagram. Yes. You can talk probably more about that.
Yeah. We are in the process right now of creating our Instagram, and you'll be able to find some really cool content on there from both of us, just a little bit about our lives. And, sorry, that was really close. A little bit about our lives, just obviously some just fun content as well. And then we will eventually open up a Facebook group where people can come, and you can find our channel on the Facebook group. You'll be able to find our channel on our Instagram. And then who knows, maybe we'll get crazy.
Get crazy up in here.
Yeah. We might get crazy and create a TikTok. I'm not. I am not.
That's a tall order.
Yeah. And so we'll see. We'll see.
All right.
I don't know. And then...
We'll all see.
Yes. So you'll see our episodes in various capacities. Like, you'll find us here sometimes. I've been really wanting to do this couch thing where we just hang out on a couch.
She wants to do a couch.
Yeah. I keep hitting this. I am so sorry. I'm new to all of this. And then, I know. And you'll also see us vlogging some. Like, sometimes you might just be in a day in the life of our crazy lives, and we'll just be videoing each other with our kids, without our kids. So, yeah, just some vlogging stuff. So, you'll see us in various capacities.
Yeah, we're excited.
Yeah. Don't forget to... Are we closing up here?
Yeah, we'll be done. That's good.
Sorry, can you cut that piece?
I can't.
Hannah, cut that piece out. Cut the part where I started to say, don't forget to. Okay, Hannah?
Got it.
Okay.
Check.
Anyway, yeah, so again, don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel. First 100 subscribers.
We'll get the terminology down someday.
First 100 subscribers will be put into a drawing to win a Women's Study Bible translation will be
TBD.
to be determined.
The TBD edition.
Come back next week, and you will get to join us in all the Christmas cheer.
So much Christmas cheer.
Oh, do we want to talk about our sweaters, or?
I mean,
we'll be wearing sweaters.
It'll be a surprise. Mine's pretty cool.
I mean, I guess we're not wearing sweaters because it's a surprise.
Yeah. Okay. It's hot in here, so that's going to be a really even sweatier episode. I've been doing this like through half of it.
It's nice.
Anyways. It's something.
We love you. We'll be praying for everyone.
Absolutely.
And we'll see you next week.
All right.
Woo!